First, I want to thank all the members that have worked so hard on this for 2 years now to get us to this point. I also want to special thanks to Senate President Mike Herodopoulos. When I first talked about this, he immediately decided to personally sponsor this and assign it Senate Joint Resolution number 2, which is the first bill number in the new Florida Senate, led by him. Members, in the introduction to his epic, The Ten Commandments, Cecil B. DeMille asked the question, are men the property of the state, or are they free souls under God? Today we get to take the first steps to ensure that Floridians will remain free souls and to prevent the government from forcing us to buy a product from a for-profit company that we might not want or might not need. To be clear, I suspect every member of this body is for some type of health care reform, but not for reform at the expense of our freedoms that are guaranteed under the United States and Florida Constitution. You might wonder, what would our founders say about this? 224 years ago, Dr. Benjamin Rush, who was a Surgeon General of the Continental Army and a signer of the Declaration of Independence, worked to have medical freedom as a key addition to the United States Constitution. He warned that medicine could become, and I will quote directly from Dr. Rush, an undercover dictatorship and force people who wish doctors and treatment of their own choice to submit to only what the dictating outfit offers. Despite his good efforts, Dr. Rush missed the opportunity to protect future Americans of such a precious freedom. We have an opportunity today to take the first step to give Floridians medical freedom, which in my opinion should be right at the same level as other precious freedoms in the Declaration of Rights section of our Florida Constitution. Freedoms like freedom of speech in the press, the right to freely assemble, freedom of religion, and the right to bear arms, and these other things that are in Article 1. The other day, my good friend Representative Williams stood on the floor and objected, and today, to the word Obamacare on this floor. I'm not sure why, because that has been a signature achievement of this president and this administration. He did promise to fundamentally transform America. You would think that they would be proud to have his name attached to it. But then he closed his, I think it was a point of order, and said, at least somebody cares. I agree with him that somebody cares. I'm sure the president cares. I'm sure that HHS Secretary Sebelius cares. I'm sure that our new governor and Surgeon General care. But the somebody that cares most about your health insurance and the health of you and your family members is you. It's you. You care the most, more than all of the Tallahassee bureaucrats and politicians combined. If you believe that the government cares most and should be given the ability to tax or penalize us over our good faith health care choices of those of us and our loved ones, then you should vote no on this bill. If you believe the government should be able to force you to buy a product that you might not want or might not need, you should also vote no. If you believe in medical freedom, individual rights, that you alone should have the right to decide the health care choices over you and your family, if you believe in these fundamental values that clearly our founders believed in, then you should vote yes on this legislation. By supporting this constitutional amendment, you will simply be giving Floridians a choice on the ballot to tell us what they think about the importance of these fundamental rights. Representative Schwartz said, keep your hands off my health care. I say, keep your hands off my freedom. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.